This is episode number 6 in my YouTube cooking tutorials. So in honor of this being episode 6, we should do my recipe for barbecue sauce called jar number 6 barbecue sauce. This is the king, jar number 6 barbecue sauce and its derivatives. Thunderkiss, which is a medium-based barbecue sauce, Creeping Death, hot as it implies, and then we revert back to the first one, honey mustard jar number 6 barbecue sauce. And let's just dispense with the nonsense right now. The secrets, Dr. Pepper and coffee. That's it. The name, not a single living soul on this planet knows the origin of that name. However, the answer is and has always been on page 17 of Eat CBQ, the cookbook, available right now on Amazon. Let's get to it. Let's make some barbecue sauce.
Oh dear.
Let's get the barbecue disclaimer out of the way right now. This is how I make barbecue sauce. You can take the information, remix it, make it exactly like I make it, or do whatever you want. When discussing barbecue, I'd rather talk to you about politics and religion than how to make barbecue. It's a little less divisive. The entirety of jar number 6 is basically built in one pot. But the first thing we gotta do, the pain in the butt thing we gotta do, is we gotta make onion juice. Now, if you just wanna chop up some fine diced onions and stick it in the sauce, and you're okay with it, great, do it. It's going in your gullet, not mine. But for me, I prefer to have a smooth barbecue sauce. So therefore, we're gonna make onion juice. Give it about a 1/4 cup or 1/2 cup of water for lubricant. Our goal is about 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of onion juice. So we're gonna blend it, puree it, strain it. There you go, onion juice. Hard part's over. For our wet ingredients, we're gonna start with a 1/4 cup of onion juice, 1/3 cup of barbecue stock and or beef stock, a 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Then we move to our secret ingredients, 2/3 cup of Dr. Pepper, followed by 2/3 cup of coffee, 1.5 cups of ketchup, 1/4 cup of dark corn syrup, a 1/4 cup of unsulfured molasses, 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire that sauce. All right, the barbecue sauce has been simmering for about 20 minutes. All right, our dry ingredients. Start with 1 tablespoon of kosher salt, a 1/2 tablespoon of ground black pepper, a 1/2 tablespoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of granulated garlic or garlic powder, whatever you got, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of dried mustard powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic salt, and finally 1/4 teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. All right, whisk in the spices. You want this to go low and slow. There are lots of sugars in there between the brown sugar, the Dr. Pepper, the ketchup. You don't want any of that stuff to burn. So give it a whisk every few minutes to keep it moving, and we're gonna let it go for 20 minutes. After 40 minutes-ish, kill the heat, take the barbecue sauce off of your cooking device, set it aside and let it cool down. It will thicken up as it cools. We made our base barbecue sauce, which is jar number 6 barbecue sauce. Mild sauce, sweet, a little peppery, just that general barbecue sauce. But it served us well at both of my barbecue restaurants for over 10 years. But our customers always wanted a medium sauce. So what we did is we came up with one called Thunderkiss, which incorporates chipotles and adobo and Cajun seasoning. Chipotles and adobo are nothing more than smoked jalapenos in an adobo sauce if they can. Well, I took those whole jalapenos in the adobo sauce out, stuck them in a blender, and made a puree out of it. We're gonna take 2 cups of our jar number 6 barbecue sauce, add 1/3 cup of chipotles and adobo. The third and final ingredient for our medium barbecue sauce is a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. Cajun seasoning is a mixture of paprika, dried onion, dried red peppers, granulated garlic, salt. We're not using cayenne because we're not going for straight heat. I want the heat to come from the chipotles and adobo. I want some of the flavor from the Cajun seasoning to enhance the jar number 6. Barbecue sauce with an added smoky component of the chipotles and adobo. All right, let's talk Creeping Death barbecue sauce. We're gonna take our base medium sauce, which are our Thunderkiss, and add 3 simple ingredients to make it Creeping Death. I chose habaneros in the very beginning when developing this recipe with my cohorts at the restaurant because it still had a nice flavor, the fruitiness of the habanero, but it carried a nice heat. We're gonna use every bit of it except for the stem. So seeds, ribs, flesh, all of it's going in there. We're gonna use this time a little bit of cayenne seasoning so we get that straight heat. And then the third and final and the devilish ingredient is this here chili oil extract. It comes in many varieties. You can even go up to 5 million Scoville. I chose just to go with a 1 million Scoville because at the end of the day, I still wanted the barbecue sauce to taste like barbecue sauce, even though it was a hot barbecue sauce. All right, let's make Creeping Death. 3 ingredients to our base, our new base of Thunderkiss. We add cayenne pepper. Then we're gonna add 6 to 7 habaneros. The only thing we're gonna do is take off the stems. All right, let's add the barbecue sauce. And now the fun part. I'll put a link down in the description below where I get mine. There's just a little bit in there. I know that's pretty small for the camera. There's just a touch. Lick it if you want, but I promise you, hell's coming with it. All right, let's blend. There you go. Creeping Death. There you go, Creeping Death. It's a thick sauce because we had our base of the Thunderkiss, which had the chipotles and adobo. And then on top of it, during this process, we added the habanero. So it definitely made the consistency a lot thicker. Oh, you're gonna make me do this, aren't you? Crap. Yep. That's Creeping Death. I hated doing that. That's why I had employees do it. Certified heat puss. God. Let's make our 4th and final barbecue sauce, which is based off of the original jar number 6 sauce. And we're gonna make a honey mustard barbecue sauce. This was our attempt to, and I do mean loosely, make Chick-fil-A sauce. All we need for this one is a mixing bowl. So we're gonna start with 3/4 cup of our jar number 6 barbecue sauce, 3/4 cup of honey, followed by a 1/4 cup of yellow mustard, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 2 tablespoons of mayo, and a 1/2 teaspoon or a good splash of white wine vinegar. And then we simply mix it to combine and we're done. That's honey mustard jar number 6. And there you have jar number 6 barbecue sauce and its derivatives. Medium, Thunderkiss, hot, Creeping Death, and a sweet one called honey mustard jar number 6. The name, yep, I haven't said the origin of the name this whole time. It's on page 17, it's been there. It'll continue to be there. And it can be yours for $19.95 on Amazon. These 4 barbecue sauces are meant to inspire you. You can either make them directly from the recipe, remix them, do whatever you like. I'd rather talk politics and religion than to tell you how to make barbecue. Like, subscribe, comment, ask questions, or simply just show me some photos or tell me how you're gonna be using these barbecue sauces.
Outside the boundaries of their phony world of kicks is the ever-present possibility of discovery. This must be avoided at all costs, for discovery brings with it the penalties of society: shame, arrest, prison. Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville.